Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is BMT coming at you again. I know I said I sound low, so I'm going to have to check into that later. But I'm not yelling. I'm not going to be yelling. I don't care about all that audio stuff because the audio does not make me. I make me. And I mean, everybody, what's going on? I want equal input. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, everybody who's coming on in. Y'all hoping y'all having a beautiful day. I know it's a little bit cloudy outside, but I want to have some good positive energy, good positive feedback. Share this video. This is a stream that I want for you guys to feel that y'all can talk with. This is one I definitely want to have a conversation with you guys, because it's definitely something in our community, or the diasporas, that we have been dealing with for generations, and I've watched it. I've watched it. I've watched it in our shows. I watched it in our movies. I've watched it on social media. I watched it in our songs. And I would have to ask the question, now, like, is this honestly, have we been playing a dangerous game when it comes to that of social media, of when it comes to that of colorism? And I don't want to just, I don't want it to just be something that only just the women have something to say about it, but also the men. I'm not gonna lie, colorism has impacted my life. I hate when people say it does not exist. That's not true, because they even use it in science. They use it in science. Your melanin, how it attracts certain sunlight. So when you have ignorant people say, well, there's no such thing as colorism, it's not a thing, it depends on how it's being pertained and used. I've heard some pretty nasty stuff about the good here, which is why I showed the Just For Me kit. You got to have that nice soul glow here. And I know some people are going to say, well, clearly BMT, that's a woman's issue. No, it's not a woman's issue, because I've heard some black boys, black men, have issues with their skin. Hang on, let's see if we can pull up some videos. And see, that's funny that we have these disingenuous conversations. Let me see if I can grab it. But I think it's done some fixation. And you'll hear people say, well, let's see. Let's see. How to make yourself. Wow. So you have it where this woman, I guess she's trying to make herself lighter. I don't know why. So, oh, excuse me, I put it in. Excuse me, put it in wrong. So you'll have it where how to glow your skin naturally, to, I guess, you want to feel. You even have it for guys. My lightness, his skin. Man lightens his skin using natural remedies. So you got to where men are doing that. And that's on the Truly Network for 2017. With this guy, he actually has a patented cream that actually made him have light skin. You got it where there's a lot of stuff going on in the diasporas of people, blacks, who have been doing things to change the features of themselves to look at Pretty Boy Floyd. So I guess you got it where men and women have been trying to change that of their complexion. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm fine with how I am. I'm fine with how I am. I've learned to love myself for who I am. I'm fine with that. I've watched it plenty of times of the covert stuff. Like let's try another one. Let's try another one. And y'all please, as y'all come on in, like the video, share the video. But BMT, I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy with all this stuff. Let's try another one because there's a lot of stuff. Let's try this one. How to get your baby good here. And as you can see, there are videos of somebody use this method once a week and your child, that is a beautiful baby. That is a beautiful baby. Use this method once a week and your child will never stop growing aloe vera. And I guess that is a nice video. That is a beautiful baby. I guess they're doing something for the child. And I put in this, how to get your baby good hair. And you gotta understand, that's a 3.7 million view video 1 year ago. Tops up. And now understand that I want I want our children to feel comfortable. I want our people to feel comfortable. There are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of videos of people altercating and doing altercations and stuff with children, with young men. So it's not just a woman's thing, it's a diaspora thing that is happening. Taller hair growth. Now, these things happen, whereas to people glowing skin, hair with no bald spots. I'm not gonna lie, I've heard that even said to me about my babies. Oh, that one has really good hair. Wait, what are you saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. How to comb fussy baby hair, okay? And these things do happen. These things are happening to a lot of our children. Now, I don't see nothing wrong with that baby's hair, but as you can see, and this is 103Ks. Hi, everyone. This next requested video, this was requested. How I got them nice, defined curls in my daughter's hair. Here we go. I worry about this in the direction of where we're going with how we're emphasizing heavily in our altercation of how we need to look, how we should be toned, and how we should be perceived as Black people, as brown people, Caribbeans, Africans, and Black Americans. I don't know about other groups. Sorry, this is, if you want to sit in, you can sit in. I'm not in y'all diaspora. I don't know what the heck y'all talk about. I know for me, as a Black man, a Black born male child, I know I grew up watching and involving myself in these practices. From the hair to feeling sometimes inadequate. And this is not me complaining, but this is me actually calling out that of the nature of where it is. And there's nothing wrong with these babies. But I understand, you know, I don't understand why we are hard on ourselves about how we come out and how we look. But we do this overly too much. She looks nice. She looks beautiful. How to lighten your face in 3 days? Why? How to lighten dark skin? What the hell? And see, this is where I'm telling you right now, man, we're playing a dangerous game with ourselves, man. We're playing a real dangerous game. And I feel like this is what it starts forming a caste system of people who feel inadequate. This is where we have it, where we start seeing these plagues of she thinks she's better than us. He thinks he's a pretty boy. We've watched these developments of how we think. And I'm not going to lie, myself, and I'm just being honest, I used to feel inadequate being around light-skinned people. I did. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. I don't care. I started to learn to love myself. And it took a few years. It took some time. And I get tired, and see, we have this disingenuous conversation that, oh man, that's a female problem. No, that's not. Hold on. Hang on. Because let me show y'all. Because see, everybody just think it's just the women that do that. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Now we're gonna look at Black Street. Notice, light skinned dude, the lightest dude is always in the middle. You always put the lightest dude in the middle, and you put the darker dudes, brown to dark, on the outsides. This has always been a thing and always been a tactic among. I'm telling you, like, why do we pretend this is not a thing that has not been happening with men? That's why I be saying y'all be crazy as hell when y'all be saying these things. Like, I'm like, where are y'all getting this shit from? Yeah. I be like, this is what I'm saying. Like, no wonder why we listen, bro. We done watch the men and the women play this game. I said, how am I supposed to compete with that damn Jerry Curl nigga? And I get it, because when you're raised in that type of environment, that type of energy of hatred starts to fester. I've seen how that shit was. The dark-skinned dude's aggressive, light-skinned dude's a pretty boy. Brown girl got to be sexual. Light girl automatically always has insecurities and shyness and shit. Like, I done grew up in this environment, man. Y'all not playing me. BMT is not biased. I'm not taking up for no men. I'm not taking up for no women, but I am doing a call to action on this stuff, because this is why we're having this influxuation of issues in our community. We have a whole caste system of issues now. Yeah, and I get it. They go way back. But now we're in 2022 now, where black people, when you ask them, so what are you? Oh, I'm Caribbean. The fuck? What race is that? What race are you? Dominican. Fuck. Just say you black. They don't want to say that because they rather choose all kind of other different kind of shit. And this is where we know the issues have been getting very violently savage, man. This is why now you have all these kind of things happening, man. I'm telling you right now, the sexualization, the talking points, the goddamn mamoism, the goddamn going without daddies and stuff. Listen, man, these things have doggone done some immense damage in our community. And I don't know holistically if we can repair ourselves from this thinking point. That's very true, Brownie. Gina was quirky, effeminate, and doggone, she was all like prissy and from a higher upper epsilon class. If you watch Martin and Gina, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Like I said, 90s. Gotta put in the right stuff. And it's done a lot, y'all. I'm saying, man, like we've had a lot of issues, man. Let me see if I can grab a few of these. And I want y'all to honestly see why it's hard for a lot of our people, man. What's going on, Tyrone? Shout out to everyone who's coming on through. Please like the video. I'm going to be dropping a link, but I want to get out my thoughts and have this of a visualization. I want y'all to have this visualization. Okay. I found it interesting. The light-skinned one, she got a family. The dark-skinned one was only just boyfriend, girlfriend material. Maybe that was coincidence. Maybe that's part of the show. I'm doing a show. Okay. I'm going to grab these family imagery. We watch how a lot of these things played out. Jeffrey was a butler. Coffin was nerdy. Will was more so of the light skin, brown skin, adequate, cool. Hillary was the prissy one. Did y'all not notice? And there were episodes where the young brown skin girl, who had the most emotional issues? It was the baby. The brown skin girl had the most inadequate issues from one of a man to having issues of herself, society. Her issues were about money, multiple boyfriends. She was ditzy and quirky. Y'all didn't notice that about them? I'm telling y'all, man, things are done by design for a reason. Y'all can listen. I watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I said, dang, why is it that she's always got emotional issues? Why is this one always talking about a man? Why is he such the pompous goddamn loser? And why is he always the cool one? He is the goddamn butler and slave, and he's the goddamn the wolf. Nah, BMT, you overlooking it. Okay, cool. I got you. I got you. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. This got all kind of goddamn issues. Shit. We can skip. Nobody even needs to talk about family matters anymore. I mean, shit. Moesha, shout out to the family. You know what I'm saying? Kim only like a lot of this is actually since what's the girl? The Parkers was a spinoff of Moesha, and I'm glad that they had a father, a mama. I think they all went off and got their own shows and stuff. But there was a lot of placated issues in these segments, you know what I'm saying, that started happening. As Kim got older, Kim's biggest issue was she was always trying to get a man. Why is it that the brown girls were always thirsting after a man? Majority of these shows, these girls were, but the black girls, why they always have it in every show? A black girl's always thirsting for a man. So are they always that overly sexual? Y'all gonna say, well, that's the woman's problem. Okay, I'll go there. I'll go there. Y'all want to use a different world? Fresh Prince, Cosby Show. Well, Cosby Show was just very unrealistic. I couldn't even, my brain just couldn't even wrap itself in the Cosby Show anymore. Living Color, my God, I'm telling you right now, man, these things were done by design, man. These things were done by design. And a lot of people want to placate, but you're not going to tell me a black man that grew up in these eras that watched these things. And I watched how we were socialized and rebranded. I watched it, and y'all could try to make it seem like, well, that's only a woman's problem. But whatever affects the women affect the men. Whatever affects the men affect the women. Why is that hard to believe? We don't have these issues in the diaspora. If I get my arm cut off, that affects my body because I don't have that arm no more. But when you say these things out loud, people just either want to brand you as you're crazy, you're foolish, you're bitching too much. But we seen how these things went downhill. The dark-skinned brother was militant. Light-skinned brother, hey, he had some issues. He had it where people were trying to always punk him. Yes, they were always trying to punk the light-skinned brother. I don't know why. You know what? And let's be honest. People take it as, and this is no shot, people take it as light-skinned dudes are soft. Now, this is no shot at the light-skinned brothers. I'm not calling y'all soft. But in the diasporas, nobody looks to the dark. Like, if you look at a majority of the goddamn the savage dudes, the hardcore dudes, nobody says, well, we're gonna get the light-skinned dude. Like, no, you don't use him for the goddamn being savage or something. You go get a brown brother. That's why I was very fascinated when I was watching goddamn what's that show, that movie by Lee Daniels, Empire. And I'm like, what? The light skinned niggas are the hardcore niggas. What kind of blasphemy is this shit? Oh, and of course, you know, goddamn the brown dude, he bipolar and crazy and got retard strength, but he got to go get a white woman. I mean, that's your point, that's your preference. But I was like, God damn, boy, like, we all fucked up. And I'm like, God damn, like, we just can't get a win, can we? We can't. I actually like this Aunt Vivian. I actually liked her a lot. But again, y'all, we have long been driving these stakes of issues. Niggas didn't ever think Tommy had a job. The two darkest people on the show had the most issues. Cole was stupid, even though Cole worked at an air runway. You can't be bro. You can't be dumb and work on the fucking flight line at an airport. You can't be dumb. You can't be dumb. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people think that they're dumb. No, those people actually have to study to actually go out there and do that job. They actually have to work equipment, heavy graded equipment around jet fuel. You're not stupid. I don't know why they did that, but hey, I get it. That's the show. People gonna say BMT, you overthinking it. I'm like, no, I'm just putting it there, man. She was a butter brain. She was smart and sophisticated. Steve was Steve. Cedric, you know what I'm saying? I guess he was what the hell was he? I think he was the goddamn thing. Anyway, like I said, these things have drastically set a lot of the people back. Now, later on, we started getting the Hispanic people in our shows now. Now, I understand they started showing up. Now, see how she started getting sexual. See how she started getting sexual. The brother, he kept it with the family. But Kim started getting sexual. He started having issues in the streets. This boy started having problems where his daddy had to talk to him and stuff. Of course, brown boys, y'all, we always getting fucked up, or we having all kind of issues. I said, how are you having this much issue? You got a daddy. These things were done to us by design. Y'all can say whatever the hell y'all want to say. Y'all can't fool me, bro. Listen. You're not going to tell me how I watch our people get rotted out from the core. Yep. Thank you for that, Mr. C3P. They made Hakeem dumb, which Hakeem wasn't dumb. And they made Moesha also start doing stupid stuff too. No, that's fair. It does have, and it was entertaining. But after a while, we started getting casted. We started getting typecasted as certain imagery of certain roles. So in regards of My Brother and Me was a great show on Nickelodeon. It was a great show. Shout out to My Brother and Me. And I understand that I'm going to say this, because there is entertainment. True. We started getting typecasted in certain imagery of roles.
Disconnected.
We started getting looked at as certain type of stuff. Y'all don't believe me? I'm showing y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Because, like I said, like the video, share the video. Y'all want to do me a plus? Share the video.
Connected.
Like I said, man, this is a highly smart brother. But he had to play all majority of his goddamn movies and stuff he in. Like, I tell you, bro, when I say they be making us look crazy as fuck, like they motherfuckers know what they be doing, bro. And see, and that should be irritating the hell out of me, man. That stuff always be irritating me. Because we have to come off and be perceived as one thing. And I get it, it's entertainment, but some other people and some other groups, they don't get placated into that stuff. What is the we? Well, David, then take yourself out of the we. You're not there.
Disconnected.
And see, we need to drop that stuff. No, dudes complain about colorism also. If dudes weren't complaining about colorism, they wouldn't be complaining about not having access to certain women.
Connected.
Dudes would complain. If dudes weren't complaining about colorism, they wouldn't be complaining about how certain groups of men had access to women. But they look like, but other groups were being called African booty scratchers. Yeah, no, and listen, we're men and women. We're not the same. I don't know. Listen. I'm not a woman. I know I'm a man. I seen how it was shown and put out there and perceived, and that's something that honestly we can say that hey, we're looking at it now. That's why certain men's behaviors or patterns of how they act are the way they are now. So if I'm correct, right? If I'm correct, I'm gonna look at two different sides. Don't mind me. I'm gonna grab two different sides. Okay, I'm just gonna grab two different sides. Thank y'all for commenting, like the video, share the video. Y'all, I told y'all I will do this one for y'all. I'm gonna open up the panel. I'm gonna open up the panel in like a few more minutes, but just rock with me. Rock with me for a minute. Okay. So men lose out when women or jobs because of colorism. Okay, that's interesting, David. That's interesting. I will hit you up on that one soon enough. Now, we've already showed you the colorism placation of the creams, the lotions, the people doing all this stuff. Now, I still don't know how this man turned himself into a light skinned dude. However the hell they put that is crazy. That is sorcery. We done seen what the women are doing. That woman turned herself bleach. That is sorcery. We done seen it done with the babies. Now this is very, very dangerous game, but I am not surprised because I have seen that of how our people do with children. Look at my baby. This is how my baby looked. My baby got the good hair, uh, all this other stuff. We've done seen this happen time and time again with children in their hair. Somehow this baby's hair got better when it got curls. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. And to me, that's no snap at anybody's parenting. Hey, you believe what you believe, but I'm telling you, that is a horrible thing to ever want to say or do with your child. And see that starts building inferior logic. So your baby has to have a certain type of hair or texture of hair for your baby to be adequate. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Colorism for men. You got men talking about colorism. In this video, Fig returns to the look at the images of black men and seemingly odd paradox or overall absence. Do men experience colorism? That's 3.9. You got it right down here. And you got it just discussing colorism. I'm surprised enough. Perpetuation of colorism. Light-skinned men versus dark-skinned men. So it can't be that crazy. Because you got it with people, the men are talking about it on their side. Okay. Oh, I'm in it now. Ha. Shout out to the people. Google, you do like me. So we do see that they're talking about it. Damn, I ain't even try to bring up Kevin. Now, let's go. And then we got it with the women's side. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, women, y'all got it really bad. Y'all got it. Hell, y'all on the goddamn the old Oprah network and shit. In high skin tone effects, school, workplace outcomes. Does that have something real? Does it really affect y'all at work, in school? I would need a clarification on that. Forms of colorism, dark skinned women, mixed women. See, and that's the thing that we gotta talk about. There's been an ongoing secret war against the mixed people and the black people. Now, the black people are confused. Do we count the mixed people? And the mixed people are like, well, I'm black. But then the black people are saying, like, are you conveniently black or are you black? Like, which one are you? And see, these constructs of caste of choice are very interesting. Colorism is only a problem for ugly, dark-skinned women. Jesus Christ. And that's for I guess uppity unicorn. I want to begin with an apology if the word ugly triggered anyone. Colorism only a problem from ugly, dark-skinned women. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie. That was a very stupid thing to say. That was a very dumb comment. That's only a problem for ugly, dark-skinned women. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Beauty. Is colorism still a problem? Black women. 8 black women discuss the politics of skin tone. You have it where they're over there discussing skin tone. It's not a coincidence. It's colorism. Yep. So I think it's really big in the goddamn women's. Yeah, the women are definitely talking about this shit. I think they'll probably be talking about that until I don't know when Jesus come back and goddamn Odin and Jesus are having a crazy ass battle in the sky. The women will still be talking about it. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Men dealing with colorism sounds minuscule and comical. That is mainly women's move. I look at it like this. Will colorism really go? I think it's too far embedded into society for blacks. Because you're gonna always have some inferior, just like redheads and gingers, the gingers as they call them, the ditzy blondes. I don't really know much about what other groups talk about, but let's go ahead and have the discussion. I will go ahead and drop the link. I'm your host BMT. If you would like to, please like, share, subscribe. You're welcome and free to donate if you would like to. I definitely do appreciate that. All donations go towards a plausible cause. But as far as it goes, I don't think colorism is down. Like, I would be foolish to say colorism is down to the basis of only a gender thing. I think it's really a black thing, holistically. Now, why I believe it's more of a black thing than a gender thing. I don't know why my thing keep doing it. Okay, there we go. I don't think it's just that of only this side deals with it, because that's not true, because your children deal with it. Now, boys operate different from girls. Girls have more of their look about it, but boys feel a certain type of way when it comes to that of how they handle or they are looking at these types of issues that need to probably be checked or actually be called out. We do see the problems of the pretty boy, the smooth talking jawlines versus that of I gotta be raw, 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 rough. And then you'll have it where I need a soldier or I need a pretty boy thug. Women have it where I've seen it how they harass and beat um, light skinned women. I've seen it. But then I also watch as the too overly sexual um, black girls to try to bridge the gap with the big booties and or the bosoms and how they carry about their appearance. We definitely have these issues. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let's pull up some songs. Are there any songs? Let's pull up some songs. Let's set that to the side. A notification. Let me go ahead and grab this. $20 light skin and dark skin references and raps. 11 songs that tell stories of black experience. Dark skin containing the term. Skin color containing term. For colored girls, 10 rap songs celebrating black women. 28 songs celebrating black pride. And I don't know, songs of Black Lives Matter. I didn't even know that they even had a whole goddamn anthem. Oh, okay. So here we got this is some interesting stuff right here. Shoot, come back. I owe you nothing. Womanification, melanin. It's definitely sung amongst women. I know women sing about colorism a lot. They do that shit. I don't know. Let's grab this one. This one has more. All right, so we're at Vibe. Shout out to Vibe. All right, you got Wyclef. Oh yeah, he definitely want to be there. I just knew this somewhere you're gonna be there. Somewhere. This is not Wyclef. Who's that dude that complained that nobody supports him enough? Um, shit. What's this dark skinned nigga's name? Yeah, what's his name in the chat? I quit caring. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the guys who sing about colorism or rap about it. You got that guy. Jeezy. What? No, Jeezy, not you. Jeezy, why are you rapping about colorism? Well, shit. I ain't ever been to sleep. How I'm waking up early, top floor chilling with some light skinned girlies. Young Jeezy. Do it for Freddie Gibbs. Okay, birds. Feather flock together. Yup. But is being brown frowned upon. It's this particular chapter. Okay, so I guess he's talking about some light skinned girlies, which okay, so that's nice. He's with some light skinned girlies. Okay. No cup for the thirsty. She a bad controversy. Skin tone like Hershey. Body, Lord have mercy. Fabulous. That's a pretty good line. Little Wayne, I knew your ass was gonna show up, bro. As much as you be singing about red bones, this nigga love him some goddamn light skinned red bones. But he got a lot of fucking kids, man. But he be drinking too much of that lean. Eat a red bone like a velvet cake. I like velvet cake. Fuck a nigga's wife and eat the wedding cake. Little Wayne on Gucci Man. Yeah. Hide your kids. Hide your fair skinned wife. What the hell? Listen, goddamn, you really like light skinned girls like that. Light skin. Little Wayne's hungry for some dessert. No, okay. All right, that's not bad. All right. Well, let's look at the next one. Quite gifted and ambition of the living, despite living with more attention than light skinned women. Oh, Wale. Oh, they used to play that on Bad Girls Club. Oh, yeah, Bad Girls Club. They had a lot of issues on that show. They used to take all the bipolar and ADHD women. I think you had to have a mental health issue to go on Bad Girls Club. You had to be mentally jacked up. It's hard out in the world when your life is under the scope. Ask anyone famous or any woman light enough to pass for brown paper bag. Do they still do the brown paper bag test? Do they really still do that? Can somebody let me know in the chat? Do they still do that test? Brown skin, Pamela dark skin, Vivica Fox long hair, Moonlight, Molly's, etc. Flatbush zombies. Yeah, I like Flatbush zombies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these guys are crazy. They always stay high on top. This woman, a lot of shit we can't get past. Light, like dark or light skin when it's just black. Angel hates. No church in the wild. She did do that freestyle. I ain't gonna lie. She did do that. Okay, let's see. Robin jeans. Robin jeans with the wings. Yellow bone on my team. Trafficking them. Yeah, means future. Future. What? No. What? Y'all got white dudes rapping about colorism? We must be on a galactic level now. I can't, man. Making bitches sign a prenup. Chocolate with the mean rump. Yeah, see, I ain't gonna lie. White boys, listen, white boys. Now this is very interesting. White boys like going after brown skin and dark skin women more than they go after light skin women. That's very interesting. While black men predominantly like going after light skinned girls, but the white boys like going after the dark skin. I've always wondered about that. I don't want to say that's some type of slave play, and I'm not calling it that. Not me, not BMT, not me. Oh, we already know Chris Brown. Chris Brown. Chris Brown got all kinds of damn issues. And I know a lot of people saying, well, BMT, you a man. Why are you talking about colorism? Well, I'm a man and I'm a black man. Why can't I talk about it? Why would I not talk about it? I have children. I'm affected by colorism because it shaped the society around me. What's going on? Hey, how you doing? It's shaped the society around us. And see, that's the problem that we have, but we only say it's only the woman's issue. It's not the woman's issue, it's the people's issue. Because no matter what, the people around you are still going to be affected. Unless somehow you could take yourself off the planet. Not to say that, hey, I let it rule me. It don't. And I don't placate and I sound and I try and I don't placate. But we definitely are having more. I think this is why you're now starting to see a fluctuation of mixed children popping up now. This is why you're seeing a fluctuation of mixed children popping up now. This is why you're seeing a lot of people with these mental duress issues. And it's coming to that. Y'all don't want to believe me. I mean, ask people like, hey, is colorism a thing? Now, somebody gonna say, well, that's only a black people's thing. Now, hang on. Oh, we already know Kendrick Lamar talks about colorism. We know. Majority of Latinos say skin color impact opportunity. This is November 4/21. November 6th. What is colorism? Study highlights discrimination based on skin color amongst Hispanics. Skin color prejudice within the racial group, racial discrimination. Colorism, Latinos within group racism, skin color prejudice. Chicago School Professional Psychology. How does darker skin affect Latinos? NBC Live. Let's see. Can we look at this real quick? So we could see it in the brown community because that's also a lateral of us. A majority of Latinos say darker skin leads more discrimination. And this is actually a Pew Research Center survey found that with skin color shaping their daily life experiences, majority of Latinos say discrimination is worse and getting ahead harder for Hispanics with darker skin, but about 80% see themselves as having lighter skin. Latinos responding to the Pew survey released Thursday said skin color affects their lives, with 62% saying having darker skin hurts Hispanics' ability to get ahead at least a little. 59% said getting ahead is easier for Latinos with lighter skin color. Now, this is interesting because this is coming from that the perception of Latinos. The Latin community is on their perception of talking about that. And I get it. Like everybody just said, everybody just think, well, that's only just the black people. No, the Browns they got it on their side. They're delving and they deal with it. 1 in 4 Latinos choose the 4 lightest shape, and this is all this research, and y'all can go look it up. Let me see if let's look at some videos. These look pretty good. All right, let's grab this one. No commercial, please. No commercial. No.
Now, a closer look at a struggle many Americans face, the bias of skin tone. It's called colorism, and it's an eye-opening topic, and covering it was championed by a member of our GMA team. We recently lost producer Chef Riley.
Yeah, this is such an important story.
Oh, she looks nice.
It was really important to shine a light on this problem that is so recognized in communities of color, but rarely discussed publicly. Deborah Roberts is here with more on the story. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning, Cecilia and Michael. And I have to say that I am humbled and honored to bring forth one of the last pieces that Daisha produced for us. Once again, a provocative issue, many that I've had an opportunity to explore with her over the years. And this one shining a light on bias around skin tones, not among different ethnic groups, but within the same communities of color. Some call it light privilege.
She's pretty for a dark-skinned girl.
Their parents will call me negro, which means black in Spanish.
It's been an open secret for generations.
There's this like fetishization of
Asian Americans talk about it.
Black or white. You know, don't get too black.
Colorism, prejudice based on skin tone, and a preference for light skin over dark. The unfortunate phenomenon spread across all groups of color.
within Asian Americans, this model minority mindset to distance yourself from other people of color by like positing yourself.
I didn't even know the Asians
like,
were that bad.
God
God
damn. Minority in this country, in a way, in order to kind of like gain favor with white people.
Dr. Joy DeGruy, who studies racial trauma, says colorism is rooted in proximity to whiteness.
The whole notion that white is the best, the correct, the most intelligent, the most right about everything. And as you move along the color spectrum, the darker you are, the less important, beautiful, viable, capable, all of those things that the society has imposed upon us based on that notion of supremacy.
Its impact woven into American society and can affect every aspect of life. Take a look at the differences in wages for a dark-skinned African-American, a brown-skinned, and a light-skinned African-American.
Oh, hell no. What?
Hourly wages among blacks literally rising as skin tone lightens. Lighter-skinned minorities viewed as more intelligent by employers, even with identical education as their darker-skinned counterparts. Experts say these examples of colorism have long-lasting effects of both mental and physical trauma.
The anti-blackness started with this idea that the darker you are, the less human you are. And so everyone's distancing themselves from that. I think multi-generational trauma is evident.
I hated the way I looked. I just wanted to like scratch the
nice.
dark skin out of my face. One time I was in the bathtub and I wanted to stay in longer so my skin color could get lighter. I just thought that's how it worked.
Anti-colorism organizations like the Beauty Well Project in Minnesota work to end the stigma against darker-skinned people of all races who face discrimination from society as well as their own communities.
I know I was not alone. I know I'm not the only dark-skinned girl that has been bullied. You know, so we need more dark-skinned girls and boys just to speak out.
Colorism sparking a lot of conversations lately, even highlighted in a best-selling novel, The Vanishing Half. Here are some statistics that Daisha was able to uncover. Darker-skinned girls 3 times more likely to be suspended from school. Darker-skinned drivers more likely to be even arrested or pulled over. A big problem that we obviously need to do a lot of work on. Cecilia?
It is, Deb. Thank you. And we're going to start right now by talking about it. That's the first step. So let's bring in Amira Adway from the Beauty Well Project in Minnesota, an organization that empowers people to embrace their identity and culture. Amira, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here to talk about, as we say, this really important topic. This is something that exists for Latinos. This is something that exists for Asian Americans, African Americans, so many groups of color. What can we do to combat this?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Colorism is so much embedded in cultures. It's something that started with colonizations, those countries that experienced colonizations, and also communities that have experienced slavery. And so it's deeply rooted in cultures. We have to teach people their identities. We have to teach people their history. We need to redefine beauty standards because that is a huge issue that impacts these communities. We need to empower and uplift communities of color.
No doubt. And Amira, how can people of color overcome their own insecurities and biases?
Yeah, this is so much trauma. I mean, this has been going on for years and years and years. So people are dealing with so much trauma, so much pain, and so they need safe space. We have to create safe space for them. We have to listen to them. A lot of times people don't disclose what they're experiencing unless they have safe space. So we have to create these safe spaces for them. We have to empower a very early on. We have to start empowering young girls. That's why it's so important to have mentors.
And boys, stop saying just young girls. I hate when they do that. I hate when they do that, when they say we need to just empower young girls. They never include the boys. Y'all never include the boys. I hate that shit. That shit pisses me off. This is no smack to nobody, but you want to empower both. You want to empower both genders. Why only empower just the girls? Why not empower the boys? Because the boys are going to have a perception of the girls like, oh, you're that, you look like that. Why would I want to fuck with you? See, that's what I'm saying. That she's already affected too. Empower just the girls. Why not empower the boys? A lot of females feel inadequate, but they feel like they'll never get chosen, or they'll never be looked at equally or adequately to being worth or having some kind of worth. You want to empower the people. Is there ever going to be a safe space? No, there's never going to be a safe space. No such thing as a safe space. Because you're going to get complacent. You want to be somewhere where you're accepted. And that's true, but see, that's not logical or realistic. I had to learn to love myself. I had to learn to love who I was. You think I didn't hear all the mean jokes and the cruel things said to me? You look like this. You got bad teeth. You got this and that. You know, I started learning. I said, you know what? And I had time. I wanted to go home when I was a kid and kill myself. I know a lot of children who felt inadequate. They wanted to go home and kill themselves. Y'all can go fuck yourselves if you don't think like that. Excuse my language, but I'm very passionate about this because I know a lot of children. So that stupid comment that only ugly people experience colorism, that's not true, because there are people who are actually, they look good and they have colorism. Them girls that were on it, they look beautiful. Those are beautiful people on there, and they all were saying they all were having issues of being told things by their own family and household about their looks. But then you expect them to go outside and hear some belligerent shit and say, well, damn, I'm getting hit on the inside and the outside. I can't win. So sometimes they do lead to suicide, depression, anxiety, social disorders. You can't come at me about this shit. And when y'all say the ignorant shit, this is only just something that only the women deal with, that's bullshit, because they got it where the men are talking about it too. Men in other diasporas of cultures are literally having issues with it too. That's why I said I'm not on the same grade scale of thought that some of these other people are. I live in reality. It's a very, 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 very dangerous. That's why I said it. Did we overplay colorism? It's a permanent caste system we use, and it is a caste system we use. Well, only dark-skinned women complain about colorism. What the fuck? People complain about colorism. Mainly minorities. You have studies on this. You have lecture halls about this stuff. You have people talking about this stuff in their homes, at their family sites. You have people coming out about this stuff. And you see, the problem is you got people who want this thing silenced. They don't want them talking about it. Yet it's all around us. And I'm not trying to make a big woo-haw skier, but I'm just being very, very honest about it. It does affect men. Tyrese said he was called all sorts of names growing up. I think that is his one reason why he only dates and marries light-skinned black women. Most likely. I would definitely, I would not put that past him. And being ugly isn't a good reason to be okay with being mistreated. You know, I know light-skinned people who used to get picked on. and beat up and hate being light skinned. They wanted to be accepted by the dark skins because they were like, well, I don't think I'm better than you. And I know dark skinned girls who used to be called all kind of horrible names. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I took part in that type of hate. I used to call, there was a girl, and Anna, if you ever hear this, there was a girl named Anna. She was very dark skinned, like this type of dark, but dark. And we called her very horrible names I'm very ashamed of. We called her Burple. We called her dark skin. We called her Shadow. We called her all kind of stuff. She used to hate it whenever when you were in class and we had to turn off the lights and people will say, Anna, where did you go? Anna, where'd you go? Oh my God, Anna disappeared. And even the teacher would laugh at Anna. You know, after a while, we started noticing Anna was never laughing at that shit. Anna was not laughing. Anna would go to the bathroom and not come back sometimes. And Anna, I am sorry. I'm saying that openly in front of my show. I am sorry, Anna. If you ever do see this, Anna, we should have never done that. We should have never put you through that hell. No 6th or 7th grader should ever have to go through that, where they get called shadow and all kind of names by their peers, their classmates, and their people. And a lot of y'all think that that's cool, and hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's social. No, that's not, dude. This is where these kids actually start doing harm in their own community. This is where they start becoming the blight of the shit that y'all complain about because they get picked on. We had light-skinned girls in our school. I think some of them were called the popular ones, and then the one I thought that was like she liked the attention. She said she hated it. I didn't even know she had an anxiety. She said, I didn't like it that people used to touch me and get in my hair. She said that one time when she saw that cut on her, she said that's because another girl came up and scratched her with the cutter in tech class. Said, here you go. Now you an ugly bitch just like me. I remember the light-skinned boys, they used to get beat up. It was 2 of them. Raphael and Bobby. Bobby couldn't help being born the way he was born. Bobby could sing. Bobby could sing. Bobby could sing. Bobby could sing. And everybody loved when Bobby sang. But Bobby used to always get attacked. They would call him sissy boy, all this stuff. He couldn't help being born the way he was born. We knew he wasn't fully black. So don't think colorism is not bad for either side. Raphael had a disdainment for female. He said, yo, stop touching me. Girls will randomly walk up and grab his junk. Because he couldn't have a relationship with it. He couldn't really have a real relationship. And a lot of the boys used to want to fight Raphael, but But they felt like, yo, you trying to take the female. So they wanted to try to rough him up, mess up his clothes. I mean, one time he just ripped his shirt. He said, yo, I work hard. I work hard. I go to work. I make my money. I bought my Caste Swiss. I buy my pants, my clothes. I don't bother y'all girls, man. They want me. And he would get punished. Raphael went to a different school. Bobby got on drugs. Which messed up his voice. Couldn't sing. I've seen some horrid things. Colorism is not just a black thing; it's a minority diaspora thing. That's why I needed it to be shown to y'all that it's a diaspora thing on down, man. We're just dealing with it in our hue of our bubble. This is why some people feel like it's a come up when they get with different races. You feel more adequate because you got with a different race. Look at my man. I don't give a shit. Interracial dating is still looked at as a taboo, still a fetish. People do it. I have no problem with mixed children. We have mixed children in our family. We welcome. We love y'all. We bless y'all. But we also understand that they're dealing with the shit, man. Don't mind me. At one point, I used to only date light skin, hoping that I would have a mixed looking child. I've heard that from females, from women. Excuse me. They wanted to have certain type of altercations of genetics with their babies. It's pretty bad. And this is not some. I don't have no smoke against. Listen, I have no smoke. I don't have no smoke against any. Like, I like who I like. I like you for your energy, for what you bring. If you're a good person, you're a good person. And this is not me complaining about colorism. This is not me saying, well, dark skin got it bad, the light skin got it bad. Like, I'm just saying, like, colorism is just it's a horrible, stupid caste system that we should never. That it's out of our hands of us really being able to control it. It really is. It's out of our hands. This is being talked about ABC News, ABC Chicago. Latinos talk about colorism. Latino adults use darker skin, more discrimination. Like, there's a lot of stuff. I bet you, if I really would have put it in on YouTube, different groups talk about colorism within their diasporas of algorithms. They do. We got it pretty bad, man. Well, I just ask y'all, be more aware. Be more conscious and aware. So I guess David was right. It does affect job placement, income, and money. Said it right there on the news. That's scary. That's scary. I'm your host, BMT. Thank you for actually listening to me. Thank you for supporting me. Like the video, share the video, support the video, support the content. I'll see you guys later. Peace.